So normally we would run a blank with all of our chemistry tests where we use a test vial, we go through all the test procedures, but we use that on distilled water. And so our blank measurement would be what we subtract from the actual sample measurements. We're not doing that today just because it would involve more samples, and these samples tend to be very expensive. So the last test we're going to do is an ammonia test. And so in this test, we need to remove the foil because we are going to use the reagent in this test kit. It's my challenge, finding my fingernails through gloves. And very carefully put that down because, again, the reagent is in the upper part of the dosy cap. Okay, for ammonia, we're going to use the filtered sample. So I'm going to sample 1, filtered, and we need 5 milliliters of sample for this test. And so in this case, I'm going to shake it up. I'm going to use a small graduated cylinder and a clean disposable pipette. And I'm going to fill it up to the 5 milliliter line. Okay, then we'll use the disposable pipette to take the sample out and then put it into our test vial. Okay, so again, between samples, you're going to want to clean things like graduated cylinders with DI water. You may want to replace pipettes and pipette tips. That's really the best way to do it versus cleaning. Okay, so the next part of this procedure says that we flip the dosy cap and screw it back on, and then we'll do our shake 2 or 3 times and make sure that the reagent is dissolved, and then we wait 15 minutes. And you can look at the top of the dosy cap through the top. And so for this particular test, apparently there's a problem with the reagent dissolving. And so you want to really get it down there. This one dried out. It looks like we got most of it. Doing much more than 2 to 3 shakes to try and get it all dissolved. Okay, and then for this test, we wait 15 minutes. And you can see that this water is taking on a color, which may get darker over the 15 minutes. And this is a common sign, or a sign in all the tests, if you're starting to see some color, that you're going to have relatively high levels of the substance. Based on that color, I believe it's another brownish color for nitrates, but it's deep blue for phosphorus, if we have a lot of phosphorus in the water. Okay. Okay, Kyle, so we've got our first ammonia sample. You can see it's turned quite dark. but it's been 15 minutes and we're ready to put it into our test kit again. The test spec is going to read the barcode. It'll know what test it is. So it's reading barcode. Oh, interesting. Says that, so it knows that the chemistry expired on this particular kit, and so it is giving me a red result, a low result for ammonia, but this is probably related to the test kit itself. And ammonia is much more sensitive than the other tests. We have to keep it in the fridge. And so when it reaches a point where it's expired, I don't think it's actually reading, I think it's just going on time, how old the kit is and the actual expiration date that's integrated into the barcode. But this result may not be valid, 0.019.